Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Jenny.
Adriana.
Alright. Okay, so let's get down to it. So what previous work experience or extracurricular activities have you had that would prepare you for our position in my company?
Actually, I did a lot of community outreach, and my passion is community outreach and youth development. So I worked with the AmeriCorps over the summer and did a lot of community outreach, with reaching out to students and families to try and get them involved in a program that would allow them to explore business opportunities in North Portland and Northeast Portland communities, and we introduced them to CEOs and business leaders and community leaders and things like that, and just got students involved in their community in ways that they usually aren't involved in the community. I also do, I was a volunteer coordinator, so I also had to do a lot of event and program coordinating, and then reaching out to the community and getting them involved with either volunteering or just participating and showing up to events that we put on.
That sounds good. And as here's a little scenario for you. If a customer comes in and complains that the taste is undercooked or the taste isn't great, what actions would you take to resolve the solution or get to the solution?
I would probably first inquire about if they can tell me kind of what exactly they mean by it didn't taste right, or if they can pinpoint it. If not, of course we always apologize for any customer's inconvenience. And if we want you to come back, what can we do to make it better? So we take the pie back, talk to management or leadership, and be like, what a follow protocol for what protocol is for when customers have complaints. So we either take it back and give them a new one, we give them a coupon or a discount for whatever for their inconvenience.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Thank you. And let's see, one of our main goals at Uppercrust Bakery is to develop relationships with local farmers and growers, and which involves you visiting some of the farms and shops, and they coming to visit us as well. How would you cultivate our relationship with these farmers?
I think that a lot of times farmers kind of just go distant from consumers and businesses because people just really don't know what's going on with them as a farmer. And so I think that first and foremost, it's always important to just let them know you're eager to learn about what they're doing and what they've got going on in their business, because this is their way of living. This is how they survive. So you're eager to learn about how that they grow their products and how they manufacture their products and their business ventures, and how they became to do what they're doing now. So I think that definitely first and foremost is just letting them know you're curious about what they do and you're definitely interested in what they do, and then on the flip side, showing them how their products are being produced and how their products are helping the community and how they are directly linked to all the business adventures and the business encounters and the business in general of Uppercrust Bakery in their community.
That sounds good. Thank you. And our business does not only produce pies, but we also perform a community service, social outreach, and we're promoting and informing school children, pretty much elementary school children, about our bakery and our services and eating practices. What creative skills or experience would you contribute to these things?
I mentioned a lot that I work with. I've worked with youth, I've worked with youth before. So I think that just first and foremost, sparking the curiosity or getting their interest based on the fact that these are desserts, that we're talking about with healthy food and nutritional eating. And so I think first and foremost, if we can create some kind of campaign or some kind of event or something around the fact that eating, something fun and sweet can be just as good for you as eating a vegetable and stuff like that. So holding events with the kids, or I saw online that you guys do a lot of making your own pies and stuff like that. So even if you had an event that was just dedicated to kids where they're making their own pies, but also learning the different ingredients, learning about the ingredients that they go into, or taking the kids to the farms too, so they can see straight on what kind of goes into the making of the pies and the businesses of Uppercrust.
And how would you promote sustainable practices, or at least teach them about it?
Teach the students about it or promote it in the business?
Teach both, actually.
Okay, so I'm sure that Uppercrust has just a level of sustainability already with the materials and the products they use. So definitely being consistent and sticking with that. I think that people are always open to learn new things. So looking at things that different organizations do in Portland, different local eating places do in Portland, taking some of their ideas about sustainable napkins and reusable baking pans, something like that, where they can come and bring their own baking pan and get a discount for us making their pie because they brought their own, because that's sustainable practice. With students, I think that a lot of the times their buy-in is, how does it really directly affect me? You know what I mean? Because it can be a bigger picture, but how does it really directly affect them? So once again, just creating some kind of market or campaign that just is like, you are directly affected, you know what I mean? Because this is your future that we're talking about right now, excuse me. So,
Alrighty, that sounds wonderful. And what do you think are some of your strengths and weaknesses that you have learned through your school or your community service? And how would they kind of like work with our company?
strengths and weaknesses, you mean like in the business setting or just like in the outreach setting or just in general?
Everything.
I think that a strength is my flexibility and accessibility. I think that I'm easy to access, and I am where I'm at when I say I'm going to be there, and when somebody needs me to be there, I show up for different opportunities and such like that. I also think that within itself can be my weakness too, but because I'm so accessible, like I always have a lot to do and a lot going on, so I can show up to a lot of different places, but sometimes I push myself, like I take on a whole bunch of opportunities, and they all get done, but at the end of the day, I'm like exhausted because I didn't need time to be like, just breathe, like just say no, you can't be at this one because you have something else going on. So.
Alright. And as an Upper Crust Bakery employee, what do you expect from us, like your management and fellow team members?
I saw like on the website when I was looking around you guys that you guys just seem very like group oriented, and like a lot of the teaming events and things that you guys do. I think that my biggest expectation that I kind of like got from the student based off what I saw on your website is that you guys allow a lot of opportunity for other people to bring their ideas and let their ideas be, heard. So I think that's one of the biggest expectations. And then because you guys are such a unique company and that you do the community outreach to the youth as well as you sell a product, I think that I'm going to continue to expect that there's going to be this growth and this like progression, and you hit roadblocks and you just keep moving, you know what I mean? Like that. So the expectation that like this is something new, this is something innovative, so there's going to be like this up and down kind of like all over the place feel to what's going on.
Okay. Alright. And can you provide an example how you've learned to balance, organize, and prioritize your duties?
Yes, I am a full-time student. I work part-time, and I am the vice president of the Black Student Union. There's only 24 hours in a day, and there's more tasks than that need to get done. But first and foremost, I'm a student, so that's always the most priority. Second, I work with youth a lot, and I think that I know that working with youth, consistency with youth is a big deal. Like I totally value the consistency in youth lives, so I don't like to be in and out of the students' lives, so that's another priority of mine. And then when it comes to Black Student Union, I have a team of people that are fabulous and work well with me, so I can rely on my team, and together we get things done. So I can put that a little lower on my list because I know that if I don't have it, somebody else will do it.
Alright. And do you have any questions or concerns that you would like to ask me?
Sure. What are new employees, what is one of the biggest challenges you see that new employees face when they enter the Upper Crust Bakery?
Well, Upper Crust Bakery kind of requires lots of hours, especially working with youth, visiting farms, and kind of getting to know our products. So that's probably one of the biggest concerns for most new employees.
Do you think that picking up the sustainability or like kind of catching on to that whole thing is a problem, or you think people usually kind of like learn as you go, like that whole opportunity?
I think people who already are like that kind of gravitate towards us, and they kind of adopt the same views kind of like a lot easier.
So it's kind of like your practice is kind of like weed out the people who probably would not be interested in the people who are interested.
Yes.
That's everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Hope to hear from you soon.
Let's see what else.